This is a Fox News alert. 20 states suing the Trump administration tonight over Obamacare. They say they've got the key to ending the controversial health insurance program for good. And it's all possible, apparently, because of the tax bill that just passed Congress. Leading the charge, Texas Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton and Wisconsin Republican Attorney General Brad Schimel. Great to have you both with us, gentlemen.
Thank you, Shannon.
Okay, so people understand. I'm going to set this up by reading part of the 2012 decision from the Supreme Court that upheld this whole thing. This is written by the Chief Justice. He said, the federal government doesn't have the power to order people to buy health insurance. The individual mandate would therefore be unconstitutional if read as a command. The federal government does have the power to impose a tax on those without health insurance. The individual mandate is therefore constitutional because it can reasonably be read as a tax. But in the tax bill that just passed, they took away the penalty or the tax related to the mandate. So what say you?
Well, once you no longer have the individual mandate compressed with that tax penalty, the individual mandate is hanging out there all by itself. And as that decision said from 2012, that's not constitutional. And even the Obama administration lawyers conceded that the individual mandate was critical to the survival of Obamacare. Therefore, this falls now, the whole thing's gone.
Do you think a federal judge is going to buy it?
Absolutely. I think that he made the exact right point that Roberts built this whole case around the tax and tying it to the mandate. If we don't have that tax, the mandate falls, and we think the whole statute falls.
Well, and you've got 20 states total?
That's correct.
Right now.
For now. Hey, he's leaving the door open. If you want to give him a call, I know that you all had worked to put together a big coalition. Are there any Democratic AGs who will join with you on this? I can't imagine they would.
No, even though we're suing the Trump administration technically.
Which is interesting. I noted tonight that you all are, you're suing the Trump HHS department. I mean, this
and
is
the IRS.
So how do you think that they then defend this in court?
I think they're going to have trouble defending it in court. I think it's going to be a really strong case for us because it really goes to the very heart of what Robert said was he put those two things together, and the very heart of their case is gone. So I don't really know how they defend it now that the tax is gone.
To make this work, the Chief Justice had to build a box, and now that box is having a couple walls fall off. It's not going to stand. So
this would take some time, but if it does end up back at the Supreme Court, what do you think the Chief would decide this time? These are his words that we read.
So based on his words, I think we have an excellent case because he's the one that built this structure, relying on the tax to keep the mandate in place. He himself said the mandate would be unconstitutional by itself, and now we're left with the mandate by itself. So I think he's going to find it unconstitutional.
The Chief Justice's reach to make this work it revolved around his desire to not undo Congress's intent if he could avoid that. But now Congress has changed their intent. They've changed the law. So I don't believe the Chief Justice will feel bound by the prior decision.
Do you think that Congress knew what they were doing? Because it was just part of this tax package that they worked really hard to get through, but I never heard any scuttlebutt behind the scenes on the Hill or anywhere else about, hey, when we do this, it's going to give us another bite at Obamacare. Do you think they thought that
Nobody told us. I mean, there was no congressman that called me or him. This was something that we put together as states, and there is not a single congressman that I know that suggested that they thought that they were repealing all. As a matter of fact, they seem to think that they really weren't repealing Obamacare.
Okay, well, we'll see if a federal judge thinks that you and the 18 other states have made that case sufficient for them. In the meantime, I want to ask you all both, because you have roles as attorneys general, when it comes to your state laws enforcement of this issue of guns and whether arming teachers or educators is a good idea. I want to play something that Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin had to say today in talking with the president.
When we mock and ridicule the very foundational principles that this nation was built upon, where you treat people the way you'd want to be treated, where you respect human life, where you respect the dignity of women and of children and of people who we have increasingly degraded in our society. This culture of death is becoming pervasive.
You can't really legislate away the idea of the culture of death, but a lot of people are having this conversation that it's more than just a gun.
We owe it to our kids to have a rational conversation that considers all of the options. It's time to stop demagoguing this issue. It's time to stop pointing fingers of blame between the two parties and come to the table and examine what might actually work. No one's saying that teachers have to be armed, but maybe this should be a decision that local school districts get to make, and then let teachers who want to exercise that option take it. And we'll make sure as attorneys general, we'll make sure those teachers are well trained, not a concealed carry course, but something that gives them the skills to understand what to do in a really tense situation.
And I know a lot of this is already happening in Texas.
Yeah, we had the shooting in our church, the church just recently, and what I said then was, I hope that we don't continue to waste time arguing about gun laws. Bad people who are willing to kill people are not going to follow more gun laws. So what we need to do is make sure that people in our churches and our businesses and our schools have some ability to respond, and we act as have a deterrent. And so if we continue to waste time discussing these other issues and not arm our schools, ultimately we're going to end up with more dead children, and that's unacceptable.
Well, it seems like the president is really pushing for that, among other things. So we will see. Attorney General Paxton, Attorney General Schimmel, thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
Good to see you.